I am Miss May, and I am Miss Kate.
Good day, learners. I am Sir Vincent.
And I am Mr. Juan.
Hi, dear learners. I am Miss Rhea.
And I am Miss Justin.
And we humbly welcome you all to a new lesson on information and communication technology. Now, students, are you excited to learn about ICT? So listen attentively to Miss Giovanni as she will going to tackle about the personal protective equipments.
First, we have the apron. This item is worn to protect us from exposure to hazards during work. Second, the gloves. These offer protection to your hands, fingers, thumbs, and wrists against particular external forces, chemicals, elements, and hazards in the workplace. Third, safety goggles are tight-fitting eye protection that completely cover the eyes, eye sockets, and the facial area around the eyes and provide protection from impact, dust, mist, and splashes. Lastly, the screwdriver. It is used to tighten or loosen slotted screws.
The purpose of personal protective equipment is to reduce employees' exposure to hazards and risks while working.
So, did you learn something from Miss Giovanni's discussion? Well, I hope so. And now, let's move forward to another topic of ICT, and it's all about the different parts of the system unit, and as well as their functions and uses. Students, are you ready to learn? Let's start in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, dear students. Are you familiar with this? Can you guess what is this? Okay, your answers are correct. This is a system unit. And now, let's find out what is a system unit.
System unit. A system unit is the part of a computer that houses the primary devices that perform operations and produce results for complex calculations. It includes the motherboard, CPU, RAM, and other components, as well as the case in which these devices are housed.
And now let's tackle the different parts or components of a system unit. First is the RAM chips and RAM slot.
RAM chip and RAM slot. A memory slot or RAM slot is what allows computer memory, chip or stick to be inserted into the computer.
Next is the CPU chip and CPU socket.
CPU chip and socket. CPU slot. The CPU socket is used to connect a microprocessor with a printed circuit board without soldering, allowing for the CPU to be installed or replaced more easily on the motherboard.
Students, let's have a short recap of what you have learned on my discussion. I am going to flash a picture and guess what it is. First picture. Perfect. It is a system unit. Second picture. Awesome. It is a RAM chips and RAM slot. The third picture. Very good. It is a CPU chips and socket. And now, let's listen to Miss Justin as she will going to discuss the other parts of the system unit.
Next is the accelerated graphic port.
Accelerated graphic ports. An accelerated graphic port, or AGP, is a point-to-point channel that is used for high-speed video output.
So next, learners, is the PCI slots.
PCI slots. A PCI slots is a built-in slot on a device that allows for the attachment of various hardware components such as network cards, modems, sound cards, desks, controllers, and other peripherals.
Next is the power supply.
Power supply unit. A power supply unit, or PSU, is a hardware device that converts AC electricity into DC electricity and then distributes it to the rest of the computer.
Let's start our
You still remember what parts of the system unit that I introduced to you earlier? What part of the system unit is this? Very good. This is power supply unit. How about this? Perfect. This is PCI slot. How about this? Correct. This is accelerated grabbing port. Next year, Miss Kate as she will tackle the other parts of the system unit.
Next is the North Bridge. This is the North Bridge.
The North Bridge is a controller that interconnects the CPU to memory via the front-side bus.
Next are the power cables. These are the power cables.
Power cables transfer energy from a source to equipment. Control cables send signals to control the functioning of equipment. Products include cables that range from 601 to 15 kilovolts and 15.1 kilovolts and over, as well as power cable, portable power cable, and welding cable.
Another part is the CMOS battery. This is the CMOS battery.
The CMOS battery powers your laptop's BIOS firmware, which is responsible for booting up your computer and configuring the data flow.
Let's recall what we have learned. What do you call this one? Correct. This is the North Bridge. How about this one? Right. This is the power cable. And last, this is the excellent. This is the CMOS battery. Let's hear what Servant says as we will going to talk all about the other parts of the system unit.
So, another part of the system unit is the parallel port.
Parallel port. A parallel port is an interface allowing a personal computer or PC to transmit or receive data down multiple bundled cables to a peripheral device such as a printer. And that is a parallel port.
So next part is the serial port.
Serial port. Serial port are used to physically connect asynchronous devices to a computer. And that is a serial port.
So another part of the system unit is the optical drive.
Optical drive. An optical desk drive or ODD in a computer system allows you to use CD, DVDs, and Blu-ray disc to listen to music or watch a movies. And that is an optical drive.
Alright, did you learn something? And now, I will show you a picture and let's see if you can still remember the name of this picture. First, alright, that is a parallel port. Second picture, correct, that is a serial port. And the last one picture, perfect, that is an optical drive. And now, let's hear Miss May as she will tackle the other part of the system unit.
So the other part of the system unit is the hard disk drive.
Hard disk drive. A hard disk drive, sometimes abbreviated as hard drive, HD, or HDD, is a non-volatile data storage device.
Next is the CPU fan.
CPU fan. The fan works by blowing air over the hot components of the computer, such as the Central Processing Unit, or CPU, Graphics Processing Unit, or GPU, and other internal components to dissipate the heat. The fan helps to keep the temperature of the components within a safe range, ensuring the longevity of your computer.
The last part of the system unit is the motherboard.
Motherboard. The motherboard serves as a single platform to connect all of the parts of a computer together.
Now, I'm going to show you a picture, and I want to know if you still remember the name of the part of the system unit. First, great! This is the hard disk drive. Second, perfect! This is the CPU fan. And the third, very good! This is the motherboard.
Thank you for listening. We hope you learned something.